seated. Well, for our second Sunday in October, it's our month of release and elimination. November, did I say? October. Oh, well, I'll get there eventually. Actually, I thought October went by way too fast. So welcome to the extra October Sunday. How's that for getting out of that senior moment? But this is November, the month of release and letting go. It is that russet color, so you're welcome to practice wearing those russets. It's an interesting color because it can be a little brown, it can be a little maroon, it can be a little burgundy. It's all right. Enough of that. Last week was the sacred art of letting go. And that's important. We need to let go. But what happens next? What happens next is opening to divine flow. So let's see where this leads us. Scripture today is John chapter 7, verse 38. Out of your heart will flow rivers of living water. I love this. It's such a beautiful expression. And metaphysically, beyond the words, this means that within us are two rivers. One river is that divine, radiant presence of God. There it is, the dentist drill. It's going to happen because the wind's just right. So one is that divine flow, and the other is our human flow. And we're always going to have these rivers. We live in New Braunfels. There's two rivers in town. Well, there's two rivers in us. And we need to know which one we're navigating. When we're in the human journey, we have all those highs and lows. When we're in the divine journey, we are in the presence of the divine. And in that, we have everything we need to handle any situation in our life. Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, what a great individual this is. And she wrote, we are to place ourselves in the divine current and let it bear us along. When we resist, we are weary and anxious. When we yield, we are filled with peace. This is why this is a companion of letting go. Because we can let go of the chaos. We can let go of the strife and the fear and the doubt. And we can open to that wonderful presence. The light and love of God that's always present. Now, both of these rivers are always within us. They're never going to be a state where we don't have our human side and our divine side. And I like to say we're 100% human and we're 100% divine. And we get to activate and work our lives from however we choose because we're conscious beings. So why don't we choose the love of God? We do operate near the train track. I love that. Wayne Dyer. What a great man this was. Wrote many books and helped many telethons. He was also a member of our church at Unity Church of Maui. Just a great man. I hear you. He wrote, when you trust in the flow of life, you begin to see miracles everywhere. I think this is true. Life is amazing. It truly is amazing. Anyone have an example of when you were in that divine flow and you experienced a miracle? Anyone? Pregnancy. I can't do that one, but congratulations. And it is. It's an amazing miracle. Anyone else? Yes. Writing a book. Being creative. Yes. Anyone else? Travel? I like travel too. Lauren.
What feels like the right thing to say at that moment.
Yes.
Without thinking about it, it just comes.
Yes. So being with her patients, and it's the little things of just knowing what to say at the right time that supports people and nourishes people or guides people. All of these and many, it's not always the big stuff, like turning water into wine or making someone alive after they're dead. Those are big miracles. But in our lives, we have big and small miracles. And most every day, they're those little miracles that get us. I love when I remember to breathe. I love when at the end of the day, I lay my head on my pillow and miraculously, I haven't judged someone that day. Or I haven't said a harsh thing that day. Now that's a very rare day. I am no perfection up here. Because my judge and my critic is just getting started. But I do have days when I withhold even going there and opening my heart to love more and more. It really is wonderful. Those are wonderful miracles. And as we go forward, we bring in this wisdom of the other co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, and he wrote, "It is the law of mind action that we attract what we think and feel." And this is the powerful knowledge that when we focus on something, that's what we get. Now, this law of mind action is our third unity principle, that what we think, what we feel, what we believe creates our experience. So, if we look at our life and we don't like how it looks, what do we need to do? Change our thinking. Change the channel. It's just like the radio, or push the button, or roll the dial, or say, "Hey Siri, hey Alexa." It's that easy. Rather than fear, anger, shame, doubt, I can think joy, gratitude, love, balance, serenity. Or when I'm really, really, really busy, believing and knowing I've got all the time that I need. It changes it. It changes it because then I don't operate out of busyness. I operate from, this is what needs to be done. Oh, now I need to do this. Okay, I'll do that. Opening divine flow gives us the opportunity to change the channel. Just hop from one river to the next river and being in that flow. Eckhart Tolle is a great author, and he has a good way of describing this in this way. Life is always now. When you surrender to what is, something greater than you begins to operate through you. So we become present to this moment, not being distracted by the past, because guess what? The past is gone. It's gone forever. And the only part of the past that's still with us is whatever we've been dragging along. And everyone knows what that's like. We can let go and become fully present. And in this, we can be fully present to the divine flow. It's amazing when we let go and truly let God. When we open to the blessing of what is and allow ourselves to be guided. Literally float down the river like you're on an inner tube down the river. Given direction to float around that challenge or that difficulty. What to say when it comes to facing a challenge or a difficulty, and knowing exactly what needs to be said so that there can be forgiveness, so we can let go of the judgment. And then we can navigate in an open-hearted way in the divine flow, accepting what is. I really think a lot of our pain, a lot of our strife is arguing with what is. If only it wasn't like this. If only he wouldn't say that. If only she wouldn't do that. All that expectation and all that stuff is not in the now. It's a reflection on the past or a fear about the future. Life is always now. And where are we going to find God? Now. Never going to find God in the future. Future never gets here. Never going to find God in the past. God is past. There is nothing in the past. The past is gone. So it's now that we have the capacity to realize our oneness with His beautiful presence. So as we go forward this week, I ask you join with me. I've got a couple of personal exploration questions for this. The first one is look and see where in my life am I trying to control or force outcomes. Each of us have different ways of doing this. Sometimes they're subtle. Sometimes they're very blatant. No. Where are we in our life? Where am I still trying to control and force outcomes? The second one is how does it feel in my body when I'm in the flow? When I'm in divine flow, how does it feel? It does feel good. It feels really good. It feels like life is easy. It feels like I'm in balance. It feels like I'm centered. It feels I have everything I need to do whatever I need to do. And that's good. The third one is what daily practice can help me stay attuned to the divine rhythm. What works for you? Is it playing music? Is it spending time in nature? Is it doing prayer and meditation? Is it taking a long hot bath? It could be being creative or cooking. There's all kinds of ways. The wonderful Brother Lawrence wanted so much to be a monk, wanted to be spiritual and just contemplate God in every moment. And he got to the monastery and they said, "Here, your job's in the kitchen." So he spent his days scrubbing pots in the kitchen, experiencing God. And all the other monks would come into the kitchen to be with Brother Lawrence because he was one with God and he was scrubbing the pots. Amazing, there isn't a religion today where what you do is you go and you sit down and you scrub pots because that's the only way you're going to see God. It happens. You laugh. Each of us has our own ways, practices that we can do that help us feel the divine flow. And the last is, how does gratitude open my heart to receive? What practices of gratitude that I can do that open my heart. It could be how we look at people. It could be how we feel about ourselves, our partners, our family, our community. All of these are the very essence of the sacred art of letting go and opening to the divine flow. And that's our journey. Are you ready? Well, let's do that. Thank you.